Evening, Wendy. Evening, Tracy. Evening, Alison. Hello, Lorraine. New comments, 5 that I can't see. I think it's just you guys. Excellent. Hi, Ellie. I meant to get some new glue and I forgot. Hi, Kari. I know. Tomorrow, September, I'm sending Mark up in the attic to see if he can find my Halloween decorations. Is it too soon? I think not. Hi, Candice. So, yeah. Autumnal, I reckon. Do you know, I was with Dad today. I'll tell you about that in a bit. But I was with Dad today and I was driving into his village first thing this morning and I noticed the trees are starting to turn. So we are definitely heading into autumn. They definitely had an orangey, yellowy twinge to them for sure. So, yes.
Yeah, last night it wasn't just leaves falling.
Oh, God, no, I'll tell you about that as well. Hi, Ulrika. Hi, Angela. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Janelle. Oh, I'm really glad I've said hello to you tonight, Janelle, because I never seem to see your name until afterwards. So, hello, Janelle. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Mark. Hi, Anne. I've said hello to Kari. Hi, Karen. Hi, Renee. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Peggy. Yeah, we had truckloads of excitement last night because Tuesday night we was going to see Dad. And we live right on the edge of this beautiful forest, right? And it's lovely driving back, you know, especially like when it's getting darker and, you know, the moon's not brilliant at the moment because it's like not much of it, but you know, the moon's up and you've got all the trees and it's just beautiful. It really is just beautiful. We're so lucky. And anyway, there's this particular road that you drive right across the chase, and we were on it yesterday, and you can usually see deer and stuff on it. But we started driving and noticed that there was an awful lot of branches and leaves on the road. Some were bigger than others, nothing too desperate, but it was, you know, there was a lot. And then there was more and more and more, and they got bigger and bigger and bigger, and we couldn't really figure it out because although there's trees, whatever had hit these trees must have been absolutely massive. And then we turned a corner, and there was this very big branch right in the middle of the road. So luckily, because it was quite late at night, there wasn't much traffic, so Mark stopped and we got out and chucked this branch on the side of the road, because if there'd been anything coming on the other side of the road and we'd have swerved, you'd have hit it. It was so dangerous. Anyway, this guy was coming down the other way and he stopped and he said it was all the way back to basically home, which it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, all the way.
So I rung the police, the non-emergency number, because quite frankly, it's dangerous. And I was waiting for 40 minutes and still didn't get through. So I gave that up as a bad job and contacted them on Facebook where they dealt with it, which was good. But yeah, that was exciting. But yeah, it's a lot cooler. It's much nicer, although it was quite warm today. It was 22 degrees, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
But there's definitely an autumnal twinge in the air, which is lovely. Hi, Millie. So here we are. I'm going to make my Spectrum Sherbet with the hardback. Okay, there's absolutely no difference in what we're doing to whether you're using a hardback or a softback. It doesn't make any difference. So you can follow along whichever version you're doing. So what I'd like to do tonight is put my pages in, and then I was going to say we'll do the back bit here, but I'm kind of thinking it might be wise to do that first before we put our pages in. So yeah, so if you've got your book already, you can fold it if you want to. Where's my bone folder? Here we go. So that now will fold up, and that is going to be, will be like that. That will be, hi Jen, my book. So I think probably the best thing for us to do is to start with the back. It's not much, there's not a lot to do, because when you open this up, Okay, when you open up your well, mine's obviously a folio. When you open it up, the very back page is basically, it's these two bits here. This is what is, gosh, that's a good picture. Makes a change. This is what fits onto the back cover, so whether you're doing the folio or the hardback, it doesn't make any difference. But basically what we've got here is just a simple pocket with a great big photo mat, and then we've got a little side sliding pocket, and I've just realized I forgot. Oh no, I did do the size photo mats for that. So that's a kind of a side swiped pocket. So I think if we put those on first and then we put our pages in, and I think that will probably do for tonight. Then next week we'll go back and we'll revisit all the decorating we've still got to do. We'll have a look at the covers and we'll talk about, you know, these layering up bits and such like, because if you've had a kit, there's so many embellishments in there, probably more than you need in a lifetime, but hey, that's what we're about, isn't it? So there you go. Okay, right, so I've no idea what it's going to look like, Kimberly, to be brutally honest. I don't know. Interesting. So I'm going to put that to one side while I make my big pockets. Now I haven't done myself a cutting guide, so I'm going to rely on Mark. Oh, I'm having an incident here. I'm going to rely on Mark to actually, before we do that, I've got something to show you. Right, you'll like this story. I look for new stuff to bring you that I think will be useful. And I got quite interested when, you know, I Sticks 2 is my kind of adhesive brand of choice. And I got quite excited when I saw a new product on their website, and it's called matte decoration tape. Okay. And I thought, oh, don't know what that is. Matte, M-A-T, not M-A-T-T. I thought that sounds quite interesting. I'll have a look at that. So I ordered a black and I ordered a white to see what it was like. And it came. And I was beside myself with this tape. It is amazing. It is basically flexible, sticky cardstock. Look at this. Look at this. This tape, it looks like cardstock. It is absolutely amazing. And it is, I tested it. I've cut this up a bit now, but I tested it sort of like a construction tape, okay? So you can see here that what this looks like is this looks like cardstock. And I've used it as a construction tape because I wanted to see what it was like. And it is absolutely phenomenal. So I contacted Sticks 2, a lovely lady that I deal with, and I said, OMG, where has this been all of my life? This is absolutely phenomenal, game-changing, wonderful stuff. And she said, and I said, oh, can I brand it my own? Because it's just ace. And she said, actually, she said, it's discontinued, and it appears that they found a couple of boxes of it. They're not going to be making it again because quite frankly there are issues with cardstock at the moment, which I'll come on to in due course, but it's totally impractical and too expensive to actually make anymore. So I bought it all. I bought all they'd got. So there's a few boxes knocking about, but Mark was having a look online, and you found it £9, haven't you? Yeah. There's only one place sells it for £9. I'm not going to be selling it for anything like that. So watch this space because I'll be putting it in the shop. But when it's gone, it's gone. If you are doing the Christmas retreat with me, and we're going to be using Warm Wishes, I have also got, they had some burgundy. So I bought that too. So this is the burgundy one, and it's like an embossed cardstock. I think it'll go. I don't know. I haven't tried. Actually, it won't. But anyway, I've got some burgundy too. And it's just the most, it's literally like a flexible cardstock. It's just amazing. But when it's gone, it's gone. So typical. Anyway, thought I'd tell you about that. But Mark says, please, can you buy it so we can sit down again?
Yes, we need room.
Yeah. Okay, right. So we're going to make our, what do you call them? The thingies for the what's it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got any cardstock left. This is the thing. My supplier has run out of cardstock. Well, the thinner cardstock. And won't get any until at least next month.
Which is tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, but he hasn't got it yet.
No.
So we might have a little bit of a cardstock issue. And when he gets it, it's going to put £2 on every 100 sheets that I buy. Because cardstock is quite hard to come by at the moment. So that's a bit of a problem, but we'll worry about that when it, happens. We've got cats. Yeah, I know, and I've got no card.
You want me first?
I haven't got any.
Oh.
I thought I had some. Oh, what's this? Oh, I've got some 12 by 12. That'll do. All right. Okay. So what size are they?
2 at 9 and 5.5.
So I'm going to cut 2 at 9 by 5.5. We're going to have to use the thick cardstock, Lorraine, which will please Michelle Waltham no end. It's the thinner one that's causing the big problem at the moment. Okay. And then we need 2 at...
5.5. 5.5.
Oh, 2 at 5.5 by 5.5. Okay, so 2 at 5.5 by 5.5. But I gather there's a worldwide shortage, which is just great.
Right, not great.
No, not great. Right. What I've done to my nails, can you see? I bent them back on a box and they've just decided to disentangle themselves from, and I keep breaking. Hurts. Right, okay, moan over. Right, so we've cut 2 at 9 by 5.5. And when I can find my embossing tool, which I've just picked up off the floor and put somewhere safe. Oh, for goodness sake. You've got to be kidding me.
It's going to be a long night.
I just don't know how this stuff even happens.
Oh,
I've just picked it up off the floor. You know when I brushed?
Yes.
There was my embossing tool. So I picked it up because I thought I'm going to need that.
And you was right.
Yeah, but where is it?
You didn't put in your little thing.
I'll use my other one. I don't like this one so much. It's not my favourite.
No.
Oh, it's there. It's still... Hang on. I didn't pick it up. I lied. Hang on.
You just sweat round it.
I just swept round it. Max, give me my tool. Oh, I've got news. Other news. This is going to make you laugh. Right. You know, a couple of you have asked me if I've had a cold lately. Well, the truth is, I've been under the care of an ear, nose and throat specialist because there's something not right with my nose, as you may have guessed. And I've had cameras up my nose and I've had CT scan. And basically, he rang me last week and he said, okay, we've got all the results. He said, the lining of my nose and my sinuses is quite inflamed. thinks it's an allergy. Probably to the cats. Probably to Max, because Max has quite long hair, and I'm not used to long-haired cats.
For short hair, he's got long hair.
Yes, for a short hair, he's got long hair. So I rung Mark to tell him, and Mark was with his friend Steve, and Steve said, when am I moving out?
Oh, well, Lorraine has raised a valid point there.
Not to cats or paper. Yeah, cats.
Could be paper.
It could be paper. I think it's probably unlikely. Anyway, I thought that would make you smile. Okay, so we've got this one, which is 9 by 5.5, and we are going to score on the 9-inch side at 1/2 inch and at 8.5 inches. We're going to turn that around 90 degrees, and we're going to score on the 5.5-inch side at 1/2 inch. And the other one is exactly the same, because obviously we have got, yes, not sympathetic, symmetrical. That's the word. Hi, Renee. Symmetrical. Right, okay, so on the 9-inch side, I'm scoring at 1/2 inch, and I'm scoring at 8.5 inches, and then I'm going to turn it round and I'm going to score on the 5.5-inch side at 1/2 inch. Right, these two that are 5.5 by 5.5, I'm going to score on one of the 5.5-inch sides at 1/2 inch and at 5 inches. Let me just check something. Okay, scrap that. It needs to be 5.5 by 6. These need to be 5.5 by 6. So scrap that. Those what? Yeah. So we need to cut 2 at 5.5 by 6. I thought that looked a bit short. So cut 2 at 5.5. By 6 inches. Apologies. So we're going to score on the 6-inch side at 1/2 inch and at 5.5 inches. And we're going to score on the 5.5-inch side at 1/2 inch. So we're going to score on the 6-inch side at 1/2 inch and 5.5 inches. And on the 5.5-inch side at 1/2 inch. Brill. Okay, you can put your scoreboard away, because I think we're done with this scoreboard for this project. I could be wrong. Okay, right. So, a little bit of kinky mitering. So what we're going to do, where we've got our score lines, is we're going to snip up to where our score lines intersect. Instead of going straight across, there's a cat under my feet. It's Max. He's come to make me sneeze. I'm going to change the angle of my scissors, and I'm just going to cut that off. So I've got a bit of a kink. Do the same again. There we go. And the same on these ones that were 5.5 by 6. There we go. Well, he probably thinks it's his treats.
On storm.
Well, yeah, they do. They think it's their treats. Okay, right. So let's fold on those score marks.
Yeah.
All 4 pieces. I don't think this is going to be a particularly long class tonight. Oh, sorry. Just hit you with my... That's all right. with my ball.
House is shaking.
It's not, sorry. Just checking now. I'm second guessing everything, but that's right, so it's okay. Right, so I'm just burnishing. Anyway, I was going to tell you, it's 5.5 by 6, Kimberly. 5.5 by 6, and then you're scoring on the 6-inch side at half and 5.5, and on the 5.5-inch side at half an inch. Do we score on the smaller piece? The smaller piece, you're going to score on the 6-inch side at half an inch and at 5.5 inches. And on the other side, the 5.5-inch side, you're scoring at half an inch. Okay. Yeah, so today, you all know this saga of Dad in the hospital and this operation that seems to never happen. Well, I had to take him back to the hospital today for them to have a look at his foot to see if it's fit for surgery. And I am delighted to tell you that it is. And he will be having his operation on either the 26th or the 27th of September. I'm not sure which yet, but this is really good news.
So you had a celebratory cake.
We did. We had a celebratory cake, which Dad paid for. No, you didn't.
I was.
Yeah, I wasn't. Okay, right. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one of these big ones at the bottom of one side and one at the bottom on the other side, on either side of our spine piece. Okay. So this was probably a mistake because I don't think I've got enough glue. I might actually, because we're putting our pages in. Be with you in a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, come on. I don't know where my pokey tool is, which I've just cleaned off. So where's that gone? What the heck is going on here? I've got my cute stapler that's shaped like a cat.
Goo and get some goo.
That might be good.
For you. Don't want you to go boo boo.
Right. Right, so I'm going to pop that on the bottom of my cover. So whether you're using a soft cover or a hard cover, you're just going to pop this big pocket on the bottom, and it will go exactly between your soft hinges and your spine piece. Okay, it will fit exactly. And then the same on the other side too. So as you can see here, this is just joining right up to the edge of where the gap is for the fold. So there's so much going on at the moment. And I'm not getting anywhere this week with any of the stuff that I've got to do. But I can tell you that if you're in the group for the thank you, darling, the Ohio get together, that Diana and I had a really long chat yesterday, and we'll be posting in the next day or two with we need some help, basically, some suggestions, and I'm going to leave this thought with you, but hopefully towards the end of the week or early next week, there's going to be another announcement which you're going to like, about a little trip stateside. So lots of good stuff to come. Okay, right. Oh, and I finished the Halloween retreat book. So I'll show you that tomorrow. Oh. If you still want me to come, considering that I can't find anything and my glue gets stuffed up and I give you the wrong measurements. But if you don't mind that, then we're good to go.
No, Max, though.
Yeah, no, Max. I might be able to breathe for 2 weeks. Oh, gosh, wouldn't that be amazing, Jill?
Oh, I did win the lottery the other day.
Yes, you did.
Twice.
Twice? You only told me about once.
No, the second one wasn't.
Oh.
No way.
Yeah, Mark won enough we can pay our electricity bill this month, which is great stuff. Right, so these smaller pockets are basically side loading pockets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them facing each other, because that means that when we come to take the tags out, the photo mats out, it'll be easier. So I'm going to start on the right hand side, and I'm going to pop this pocket with the opening pointing to the left, but I'm putting it on the right hand side of my right hand pocket. So it sits on top of the pocket with the opening here pointing towards the middle of the book.
Ari says, woohoo, can't wait for more news of your trip across the pond.
Lots of exciting things.
Lots
and lots.
And Kimberly says her sister's allergic to cats, but still has them.
Oh yeah, it's not going to stop any. It's not going to stop me. I've had cats since I was 7 years old. Anyway, he gave me last time I saw him, he gave me some steroid nasal spray, which worked an absolute treat. But then my doctor wouldn't prescribe it, so the consultants prescribed it again and said to the doctor that he can prescribe it. So that should really solve the problem. I just think it's hilarious how after a few years of having cats in my life, I'm allergic to them. I'm not telling anybody how much. Oh. Yeah, I'm allergic. The same too, Jill. This is going to go on the left-hand side of the left-hand pocket with the opening pointing towards the middle of the book. So our openings point towards each other, okay?
Cute.
Right. Okay, so that's the middle of my book. We could decorate it, I am sure, before we put our pages in. So let me see what I've used. I have used, let me take that out. Okay, that one. And something's sticking in me. It's great stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so let's have a look and see what I've got. I'm going to get out my page. Oh, sorry, hit you all again. I'm going to get out my pages because we're going to need those in a minute. And let's see what I've still got left. So I'm going to need...
You've got a wire across the camera.
Have I? Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
The roof's falling.
I should do the trick. Oh. That can't be right. I can't just have 2 pieces of paper left over. Right, so that one, obviously, that's one. And I must have lost a piece of paper somewhere.
You want to do there?
I wonder where that is.
Tracy says her eyes are shaking. It's our whole house.
How many pieces of full pieces of cardstock have people got left? Where's this one? I think I've lost a piece somewhere. It'll turn up.
Yeah, turn it.
Oh no, it's here. There it is. Okay, maybe I'm not quite as a disaster as I thought. Right, so that one, that one. That one.
Melting. Tracy says hello on YouTube.
Hi, Tracy.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. Right. I am very confused by this. Right, okay, so what have I got? I've got these two pieces, so that's that. So that's that. That. Near enough. So, okay, I need to measure.
Twice. Tracy, that's how many Tracy's. There's at least two.
There seemed to be a number.
Some, I think it's expression.
So let's pop that in there. Yep. Whichever way round you fancy, it really doesn't matter. So that one's 8 by 5.5.
Jill said she was at Slimming World on Saturday morning and there were 9 Tracy's.
Wow. Okay, so this one. Let's just cut that bit off. So I need to cut this one down to just under 8. And then say 5.5 and 5.5. So one's going to go that way, so that'll go in there, and then that one will go over here. Yes. Come on.
Is a gathering of Tracy's called the Slimming World?
I don't know.
The Slimming World of Tracy's.
What about a cackle of cows?
Oh.
Right, let's pop that in there. Can't see what I'm doing.
Tracy has to give you the edges.
No, I haven't. But there's absolutely nothing stopping you if that's what you want to do. It just takes too long.
Amanda asked, what was the name of the tape you'll be popping in your shop?
Matte decoration tape. It's brilliant. Sticks to matte decoration tape. It is absolutely amazing. I don't know what I've used on those. I'm going to leave that bit until we're sorted out with the rest. Okay, so what I want to do now is start to put the pages in. Now, I would suggest that you relieve your pages of their photo mats to some degree. If they're going to get in the way, take them out. But we're going to start with the widest pages, okay? So we have got these pages here are the two widest ones, all right? So these are the ones with the simple pockets at the bottom, and they've got those acetate pockets on the back, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to put these in first. So we're going to start with the widest, working our way forward to the narrowest, but we're going to start at the back of the book. So basically, what we've got here on our hinges is we've mited them up to where that guide is, if you remember. So if I just check this for size, heaven help me if it's not right. So, oh, hang on, I just knocked something. Right. So this is my opening, and I'm just going to slip my hinge inside there to see if it fits. I can't see what I'm doing. Right, and when I put this in, when I glue this in, do you remember that we made a score line at 1/8 of an inch? That was a guide, so we knew how far to push this onto our hinge, okay? So we've got that 1/8 of an inch, so that this means that it'll be straight and it's not too close to the spine. So that is going to sit there like that, okay? So I'm going to start with this one, and what I'm going to do is exactly the same as any hidden hinge. We're going to put some glue, really we are, onto the front and back of our hinge like this. Okay, so up to that score line that we had at 1/8 of an inch. And the same on the other side. Oh, darn it. Probably try not to put as much glue in the wrong place as I have. And I'm going to slip that onto my hinge like that, up to where that mark is. And I'm going to glue that down, make sure that it's straight. And let's stick that in. Let's get rid of that for a minute. From both sides, okay? And make sure that that's nicely stuck in, okay? Right, so that is my first page in. Then I want to work on the middle-sized page. So the middle-sized page is these two. This is the one with that funny closure that we've got. So I'm just going to take that out. And let's have a look. So this one is going to go on my left-hand side. So I'm going to pop that on the next hinge, make sure that it fits okay, which I can't see any reason why it wouldn't. So that is going to sit on top of this page like that. And remember that the pages are incrementally getting smaller or bigger depending on which way you're going. Okay, so that is going to sit on there like that. So if I grab my glue and I pop the glue on either side of my hinge up to where that 1/8 of an inch score mark is, because we don't want it to go all the way to the spine of our book, because it will not sit right. You know what it's like when you push your pages on too far? They sit up and just do their own thing. These papers are so darn pretty. So I'm going to put this, make sure that it's up to that score line. Hang on, I'm going to have to move it because I can't see. Yeah, there we go. So now I know that's straight because I'm using that score line as my guide. So let's glue that down. Okay, let me open it up here. I've got some glue on it. That's great. Oh, nice. I wish we were. Okay, so that's in. And then we've got our narrowest page. Let me make sure I've got the right one. And that is going to fit onto this final hinge here. So you can see that what we've got with our hinges attached to the book, our final page encompasses our last hinge. So it sits a little differently than other books, but you can see how that all goes together, okay, and it fits, and I think it looks really smart. So last page on this side, I'm going to put my glue on. Up to that score line again. Can't get this open. There we go. And now I'm going to put my final page on this side, slip the hinge into the page up to that score line at 1/8 of an inch. And there I have my page in. So let's just make sure that's good and stuck. Ugh. And the glue's not going to stick there, which it is. Okay, so that is my pages on my left-hand side put in. I'm just going to slip that back in there because it's so easy to get mixed up with which photo mats are which. So let's just pop that in there to get it out of the way. And now I'm going to concentrate on the other side. So exactly the same procedure, Ulrika will know, same procedure as last year. And I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm starting off with my widest page because that's the one that goes at the back. The glue. Oh. It's a good job this goes inside. Okay, so I've got my biggest page. Let's pop that on there. Line it up, make sure that it's straight. Oh, too much glue, Cal. Oh, I've got sticky fingers now. Oh, phobia. Let's open that up. Make sure that's stuck down well. Oh, I could do with pushing that in a little more. There we go. Okay. Right, so the next page, exactly the same. My middle page. Slide that down. Let me just make sure I've got this in right. Nearly. Why is there always one? That's it. That's better. Okay. And then final page. Got glue everywhere. Ugh. So slip that on to the final hinge. Let's line it all up. Glue that down. There we go. And those are our pages into our book. Okay, so this is what the hardback one looks like. Not that different. So when I put all of my photo mats in and I finish decorating, this is going to be a lot wider. So don't be worried that at the moment this looks like it's really narrowed down one end, because it's not going to be like that once we've finished decorating, etc., etc. So I am inclined to leave those pages now to glue and just dry. And then next week what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll look at finishing our decoration, and we'll finish our decoration, and we'll talk about the embellishments and such like. Okay, so there you go. So that's all put together. I'm just going to let it dry and then I'll close it up and I'm going to leave it until next week. So there you go. Dead easy to put together. If you're not busy, we're doing the next part of the pop-up book in Crafting Together with All Brands tomorrow. We've got our crop on Saturday, and then on Sunday night in here, we're going to be doing a look at charms and various other bits and pieces. So there we go. Thank you for joining me this evening. We'll see you next week, if not before. Have a great evening. And if you've got thunderstorms and stuff, just take care. And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Oh.